So you are the scholarship student that Aish has chosen for us? Arav says, looking up and down at Dev. Yes. Yes? Yes, sir. Which dorm wing are you living in? Looks like the second year students still haven't taught you how to address your seniors, Arav says in a harsh tone. He doesn't stay at the dorm, Rohan says, interrupting Arav. How do you know? Aisha and Rahim ask Rohan in unison. Dev also looks at Rohan with a surprised expression. Rohan flusters for a second before replying. I don't know, I'm just guessing, otherwise why would he not address us properly? Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, looks like we'll have to teach him a few things, Arav says, smirking at Dev. Stop bullying the boy, you guys are scaring him. Dev, tell us a bit about your background, where do you come from? Do you have any experience doing this kind of thing? I did my studying at Doon School and my hometown is Delhi, so I don't live in the dorms. I was the head boy of my school for about 3 years, so I have experience representing my school at events. I worked as a liaison between the students and the teachers. I have also managed school clubs in the past. Doon School, huh? So you must be loaded then, since Doon School is one of the most expensive schools in our country, Arav asks Dev. Dev thinks about Arav's question for a minute before he hesitantly replies, yes. Rohan, who was busy on his phone, looks up at Dev in surprise as soon as he says yes. Dev also looks back at him but immediately looks away. Then what's the need for you to apply for this job? You are still a fresher, you guys have so many things going on in the first year. Isn't there too much on your plate already? And why are you a scholarship student then? Arav asks Dev, genuinely confused about Dev's decision to apply for this job. Dev replies, I just want to be self-sufficient and fund my own education. Why? Is that something unusual? Dev's confident demeanor impresses Arav, Rahim and Aisha, but it was just Rohan who notices the tiny beads of sweat that were formed on Dev's forehead and his hands that were clenched in fists. Of course not, so let's start tomorrow. We meet after classes every day. Aisha will give you the keys to the room and explain all the major duties to you. We are going to be really busy for the next week as we have the club recruitment and freshers event coming up. Rahim gets up from the beanbag and gathers his things, shoving them all in his backpack. Yes, sir, Dev replies politely. Rahim and Arav leave the room together as they head to their favorite bar. Let's go, I'm so tired today, I think I'm going to crash at your place, Aisha says as she grabs Rohan's hand and pulls him up from the sofa. Dev and Rohan look at each other. Rohan wanted to say something to Dev, so he tries to approach him, but Dev quickly starts walking outside the room. Aish, you go to the parking lot, I have a few questions to ask the fresher. Rohan tosses the car keys to Aisha and sits back down on the sofa, staring at Dev. Dev also stops walking out and comes back inside the room. Aisha finds it a bit odd that Rohan wanted to question Dev alone, but she decided against asking Rohan about it or insisting on staying with them, since it clearly looked like Rohan wanted to speak to him alone. Aisha walks out of the room and goes straight to the car park. Why did you apply for this position knowing that I'd be here? I thought you wanted nothing to do with me. I knew you'd ask this question because I know exactly how you people are. You always assume that every single thing is about you. The whole world revolves around you and your narcissistic ass. Sorry to burst your bubble, but I took this job because it's convenient for me. I don't have to travel far after my classes each day, and it's a job that suits me and will add value to my CV. My decision to take this role has nothing to do with you. Dev replies in a steely voice. His handsome face has turned a familiar shade of red. Rohan found Dev extremely endearing at this moment. He wanted to walk up to him and embrace him. He felt this incredible urge to take that tomato red face in his hands and kiss it everywhere. Rohan grins cheekily at Dev and gets up from the sofa. Okay, I'm sorry for assuming this was all about me. I hope we can work well together starting tomorrow. You have a good night. I'm sure you are tired since it was your first full day of classes today. Rohan picks up his backpack and walks out of the door. Damn it, everything he says is so unexpected. Why is he like this? What does he want from me? Flustered Dev runs after Rohan, trying to catch up to him. Hey, wait. Rohan turns around to see Dev standing behind him. Why did you not ask me about the lie that I told your friends? Do you want me to ask you about it? Judging from your response earlier, it doesn't look like you want me to question you about anything. I didn't want them to know that my father's employer funded my studies. I didn't want them to look down on me. I wanted them to base their opinion about me on my work and not on where I come from. Does it make you feel better that they think you are one of them? Does it help to boost your ego when you see them admire you for paying for your own tuition despite coming from money? I just feel that they would have respected you more if you had said the truth. I don't think anyone should be ashamed about paving their own way and working hard to make their life and future better. But I'm not in your position, so I will never really know how it feels like to live the life that you do. It's alright that you lie to other people, but you don't have to ever lie to me, because I will never judge you for your truth, okay? Rohan smiles and gently pats Dev's head before walking away. Dev stood there dumbfounded, not knowing what to think of this person who is always so kind to him. That night, Dev couldn't stop thinking about Rohan. Growing up among rich brats in boarding school, Dev experienced all kinds of bullying. Rich kids called him names and they made fun of his father's job. He was often called dirty and that he has nasty habits because he comes from a poor family. Although he was studying in an expensive school, his parents could never afford to send him to special activities or classes that other kids were sent to. He was always left behind at the dorms while his classmates went on school trips and excursions. Dev was ostracized by his classmates and spent his initial years in school getting bullied and spending his days locked up in the washrooms. One day, Dev decided to stop feeling sorry for himself and studied as if his life depended on it. He ended up coming on top of the class every single year. Not only did Dev do his best in his studies, but he also took up running and participated in various inter-school competitions, winning and making a name for himself in school. Slowly but surely, the students started respecting him and even voted for him to be the head boy in the last 3 years. Dev couldn't sleep because he felt conflicted. Hating rich people and having a prejudice against them was so deeply ingrained in him that he felt shaken by Rohan's kindness and his unabashed, open and honest personality. The next morning, Dev couldn't help but feel excited about seeing Rohan in the evening. A smile appeared on his face as he thought about their conversation yesterday. But it quickly faded as with the smile came repressed memories of being beaten and abused by people exactly like Rohan. Hi lovelies, so this was the end of chapter 5 of Unexpected Love. Let me know in the comments how you are liking the story so far and what do you think about Rohan and Dev's characters. See you all soon with chapter 6. Bye.